out this year of 2020 and all that came with it, we thankful to God that we're still standing here, that our trust, our hope, and our confidence is still in God.
Yes, sir.
For he has been faithful to us, to see us, to provide us with what we stand in need of. And we are here as witnesses of just what he can do. We understand that in life there are all types of ups and downs. There are troubles that we go through. There are situations that we have to endure. But one thing we can be for certain of, that God has been through all of that with us. He's led our hand. Matter of fact, he went before us to prepare the way that we could walk in safety in the midst of the storm with everything raging all around you, but yet because of our confidence and our trust. I thank God for enabling us to trust.
Yes, sir.
See, trust is something that you have to learn. You don't just step off into this. You know, let me start by giving my testimony.
All right.
I am Pastor Willie Wade of the Walk of Faith Ministries, and we are here in still in humble submission, thanking God for just one more opportunity. You know, because we don't have to be here. We have to realize and think about all of the factors that's into me being here right now. And it was just because he said so. And because he said so, here I am. I thank God for health and strength. I thank him for my wife. I thank him for family to come around. I thank him for this ministry that he has opened a door. You know, he says that, you know, he don't never put anything out there that he's not going to see it come to the fullness. You know, I'm excited about the fullness. I'm on the back end of what's yet to come when we just trust in him for whatever we believe to come about.
Yes, sir.
You know, I can remember my first watch service that I had been to in a long time. It was about 2006. And before that, you know, if it was a New Year's Eve, you know, I'm at the party. I'm not at church. Don't come to me talking about going to church, because I thought what I want to do. But I met this young lady, and she convinced me to go to church. See, when you find a woman that really gets your attention, boy, you will follow her anywhere. That's one thing you will do. And there I was, finding myself sitting in church. I think it was a Saturday night. I'm thinking, my apprehension is that I need to go and get to the party. But I'm there at church, and God was telling me, he was pulling me, because the words that I was hearing, they were touching me in a way of letting me know that it's time to come home. You know, you got to know when it's time to come home. You know, even when you were kids growing up, and mama she'd have a curfew set for you, and you might stay a little bit over your curfew, but you know eventually you got to go home. You got to face the music. And I'm glad that I started to face the music, because you know what? The music got to sounding good.
All right.
When I began to really understand that God had a purpose for my life. And I had been running from my real reality. And I was living in a false reality. That had nothing to look forward to at the end of the day. It's bad to not have had a job throughout the course of your life, because when you get old, you don't have nothing to look forward to. You haven't put in no dividends to be able to receive back any type of investments. It's as if you never existed. And it's a shame that we would go through life and not have impacted someone along this way called life.
Yes, sir.
And I thank God for that 2006 experience. For it began to be the transformation of my life when I began to just trust God. And as the song said, I showed up in shambles as I was. And he began to do a makeover in my life. It's been a long journey, and the journey is far from over. But I thank God for the progress that I made, that the insight that he's given me. You know, when it comes to starting this walk of faith ministry, it's coming up almost on 2 years, a couple more months, and we'll be celebrating 2 years of just following God. You know, because I didn't establish nothing. I just decided to follow God, and here we are because we are following God. You know, and I think back how that, you know, when he allowed me to birth the difference makers, that how it took off. But he was using that to show me how easy and simple things can be when you turn it over. When you put them in the right hand. You know, I heard Debbie say something a little while ago about increasing her faith. And I have to tell you that faith the size of a mustard seed is enough faith.
All right.
I was reading the commentary today, and it fell in line with everything that what we are talking about here this evening. And it was about the fact that it's about the focus of our faith. Sometimes we have faith, but our focus is not in God. It's in the problem. It's in the situation. It's whatever it is that has our attention at that time. And it's hard to learn to turn from what have your attention to the person who holds your life. But you got to learn how to, even whatever it looks like, no matter how the fire is raging, you got to learn to turn from what that distraction, because it's a distraction, to the one that can do something about everything that's happening in your life. You know, those quiet whispers of prayer. Sometimes it ain't always about the long, drawn out prayer. But it's about those quiet whispers of, Lord, when are you going to do it for me? Lord, I'm still looking for you. I ain't gave up hope in you because I know you're going to come through. I'm getting anxious. Help me in my anxiousness.
I'm very anxious.
Slow down and be able to receive it, because when it comes, I want to receive the full benefit of what it has to offer. You know, because I know he's a good God. He's a caring and loving God. And he does for us what we can never, ever be able to do on our own. Oh, I'm thankful. Now, you know, I want to just share with you, this was supposed to be my Sunday message. But I don't know whether it is or not, but I'm going to just share a little bit with you. I'm going to try to just share a little bit with you. You know, remember Pastor Lake would tell me, he said, when you get up, he said, don't give them the whole cow. Just give them a little milk. Don't give them the whole cow, but I really feel like giving you the whole cow. You know, I feel like giving you an Angus steak if you really want to know the truth. But we're just going to give you just a little bit, because we're just thankful for the opportunity. We're thankful for technology. And we're thankful that you're here with us just to hear as we just express in the closing of this year just how thankful we are for what our God is doing in our lives. We're, you know, the word tonight is optimistic. You know, we're optimistic about what the future holds for us. Optimistic means hopefulness and confidence about the future of the successful outcome of something. And I like the way they said that, because in saying something, it gives a prelude to anything. Whatever it is that you ask God for, you got to